we're not as blessed as Phoenix because Phoenix has, obviously Ben Avery, but they also apparently all of those Olympic archers that are retired, apparently they all retired to Phoenix and are now coaching people. So when you go to a tournament in Phoenix, you have no idea what you're walking into unless you've been there before. And then you start to realize that some of these 16-year-olds that are like kicking your ass are fucking nationally ranked. And you're like, oh my God. And they're all just absolutely smoking you. And they're teenagers and you're like, oh my, these kids have no bad habits whatsoever. And you're like, how did this happen? And then you realize, like, you've got former Olympic archers who have basically retired to Phoenix and made a living off of coaching the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're a bad group of archers. I think we're a little bit above average.
I believe that as well.
Slightly. I'm not going to say a lot.
I think with the exception of Phoenix, we could roll into other places and we could do very well.
Well, that's been known to happen at like Mormon Lake and the 3D shoots quite often. But shooting paper is a whole different game than 3D.
Yeah. I've done both.
In one weekend.
I did do that in one weekend. That was not a mistake. I was on a roll. I won the city tournament. And then there were 2 Sunday fun days in a row where I just fucking smoked everybody.
You were hitting 12s left and right.
And I was like, all right, well, there's something in Phoenix coming up where that was an itch I needed to scratch. And I needed to see for myself what I was capable of. And I went to Phoenix to see, and I went with a totally open mind, like, this is going to go how it's going to go. But I need to know. I need to know for myself what I'm capable of compared to the people in Phoenix. And I don't think that I did horribly, but again, all those people in Phoenix are nationally ranked, and I definitely learned where I am in the pecking order for that.
Well, when you shoot that type of tournament, you're not an indoor. A lot of those guys are just strictly indoor.
Uh-huh.
Strictly indoor. Don't do 3D. Don't do field. Don't even bow hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I figured out what I would need to do to get to that next level, and it was going to be a Herculean amount of work in order to do that, which is something that at my age, when you've got 16-year-olds that you're going up against who have 0 bad habits, they were trained with 0 bad habits. What I would have to do to get to their level, basically, would be 150 shots a day, and getting, personal coaching, and that's just something that is not in the cards for me. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm completely and totally okay with that.
I don't need to be the best.
Yeah.
I just need to be good for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen me shoot and everything else. And there are days I blow everybody out of the water. And there are other days I sit there and I struggle to even make a decent score on a Sunday fun day.
I've been there for both of those days. I've been there for a day where there was just no catching you, dude.
And you've seen it where I can barely hit a 5.
Well, a lot of those days were because of physical injuries. So
I'm the only idiot in the world that keeps. But physical injuries or not, you still hurts your head.
Oh yeah, what hurts your body too, dude? Because then you have to start working around stuff. But you know what? To be honest with you, right now I'm trying to be the most consistent I can be, and I will. And this is not a brag, but I do believe that at Southwest Bowhunters, I am one of the, if not the most consistent archer there, in that I'm always consistently top 3.
Yes.
You know, there are going to be archers there who, for whatever reason, they smoke everybody, and then I'll get second place. And then the next week, that person will be dead last. And then I'll still be top 2 or 3. I may not win first place a lot, but god damn it, if I'm not top 2 or 3 on Sunday Fun Day, that's what I'm looking for.
Anymore, I'm middle of the road
Yeah.
almost every time.
Yeah.
And that's just physical shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I drop down to a 50-pound bow, I'd probably kick everybody's ass every day.
Just make everybody shoot with one of those stick bows, dude. Could you imagine the massacre that would happen?
I've done that when people are shooting compounds and I'm shooting one of them. I think I'm going to bring the stick bows out of retirement for this weekend, though.
Do it, man. Because it's the ultimate equalizer, like, in the dark. Fuck it. Zach had a really good idea where he said they used to do something where they'd all get to full draw, and then all of a sudden, they'd turn off all the lights and you had to shoot where it was. That would be a fucking blast, dude.
That would be fucking hilarious.
That would be so much fun, dude. Oh.
Yeah, I think if I shoot this weekend, I'll probably shoot a stick bow.
Okay. I'm probably gonna be working it, do whatever I can, but
Yeah, I don't see well enough at night to see my pins and all that other shit, so
yeah.
that's my biggest problem.